For my large-scale mask project, I began by tracing and cutting out an old woman's profile using cardstock. I experimented with several types of cuts to shape the hair and attached a string to the back with tape, tying it around my head. However, I quickly realized the mask was much too small to be effective. Next, I used a folder to freehand another old woman's profile. This time, I reflected on how shadows can be created from almost anything, which makes them so accessible as an art form. I tied a string to the back of this mask as well, but the structure turned out to be too flimsy. To address this, I added a wooden dowel to the back as a support bite. This adjustment helped the mask to stay upright, but the size of the mask felt overly large and much too big for the size of my screen. I decided to revisit the smaller profile, adding a wooden dowel to see how it would work with a more manageable size. Since this profile matched the size of my own head, my face blocked many of the hair details when the mask was held in place. For my third attempt, I designed a mask using two free-handed profiles cut from cardstock. One was intended to be a more masculine face and the other a more feminine face. I connected them at a 90-degree angle using tape and added strings at the top and bottom to secure the mask to my head. Initially, there was a lot of light bleeding between my face and the mask, so I repositioned it closer to my face. While this reduced some of the light, it wasn't enough to eliminate the issue. At another attempt to solve this, I used a tank top as an inner layer between my face and the mask, which provided a softer barrier and helped minimize the light leakage. Overall, this project is very much a work in progress. The first mask was undoubtedly a failure due to its smaller size, but I did like the details that I incorporated in the hair. I also appreciated the exaggerated proportions of the second mask, and I think I'd like to do something with that in the future. I like the concept of the third mask with its two profiles. I could represent two people in a conversation, perhaps even one person recounting a dialogue between them and another person.